We are back, people. Welcome to In the Booth. I am the messenger,
Ramona Jones.
Yes, sir. It's Pastor Rich filling in for the Pastor
Canton Jones, Doctor,
Bishop,
Doctor,
Reverend.
the first prelate
Right, I was about to say, I
of
can't remember all
the Georgia jurisdiction. The angel of this house.
angel of this house.
We got so many ways to introduce people to church is ridiculous. Yeah. Let's go now. Explosive.
Yeah, I like it.
I can't.
What up, everybody? Happy Thursday to everyone. We want to thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of In the Booth with Canton Jones and Messenja. And as you know, Mr. Canton Jones is on, not vacation, but on a sabbatical. He's resting right now, just reviving, rejuvenating, getting everything together so he can come back and act just as crazy as before. So we're going to give him that time to do that. We love you. And make sure you guys please like, share, and subscribe to the show on Facebook, YouTube, and all podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple, and also Google Podcasts.
Yep. Also, if you want to sponsor the show or advertise on the show, go to intheboothpod@gmail.com. Submit your request, and we'll get back with you. If you want to make a donation, if you have a question, or you want a topic that you want us to speak on, a segment that you want us to do, we're here for the people. There's no other podcast or platform that'll give you that type of ability and power to control what we talk about. So might as well just go ahead and take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? So just go ahead and do that, and we'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Yep.
What are we talking about today?
Oh, man. Today, we are talking about the SLAP aftermath.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The SLAP
So just when everything tried to die down and move on, just a lot came out this past week with, of course, the aftermath of Will Smith and the slap with Chris Rock. Will was banned 10 years from the Oscars. I thought it was, you don't get an award, but yeah, so I just found out 3 minutes ago that he can still get the award, but he cannot show up to the Oscars, which, okay.
I don't think he mind that at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't, yeah.
I mean, they boycotted the Oscars, 4 years ago?
Exactly.
So
I don't think that's any skin off his back. He doesn't care.
Yeah, and then Jada Pinkett Smith, reportedly didn't want her husband to get into the altercation. So she came out and said that. And then old footage this week also resurfaced of Jada claiming she didn't want to get married.
So she don't want a lot of things.
And the wedding was a disaster. Will Smith's future movies and endeavors have been put on hold. I know Bad Boys 4 has been put on hold.
Because of this?
Yeah, all of his stuff is put on Netflix. I think Netflix drop them
Really?
yesterday. Yep, Netflix
Dropped like all his movies or just the new stuff?
It was Netflix and something else dropped his all of his work. But yeah,
wow.
So that slap
was heard around the world.
Yeah, and he's feeling it.
But that's the thing, though, man. I don't think he's feeling it, though, man.
Huh?
I don't think he's feeling it. Because he's still Will Smith. He's still $20 million a movie. I think a lot of this stuff has been done for public opinion. Or to make the public not feel a certain way about Netflix, to make the public not feel a certain way about the Oscars. Because he's Will Smith. And, I said this the last time. I got to play opposition advocate.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Let's look at this man's career. 30-plus years, right? Of a stellar career.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Stellar. He has one incident of bad judgment. He decided one night to slap the hearing out somebody's ear. Right? And then,
or the taste out of somebody's mouth.
Right.
But the man said he
or
can't
the sight
hear.
out of somebody's eyes.
He said he can't hear. The man said he can't hear.
Wait,
He
what?
said-
I missed that.
Yeah, that's
He
what
can't
he said.
hear out the
he said,
ear?
I'm not, first, he released a statement, said, I'm not speaking on it until I get my check, A. And then he also said he's just regaining his hearing back.
Wow. I missed all of that.
Because he cupped it. When the slap came, it came in the cup. And it cupped right over the ear and down to the mouth. Fingers across his lips. So
He used one of them old training techniques from one of the movies.
from the movie.
Yeah. But
So why do you think they dropped, or why do you think they're doing it? They're dropping all of his
because
movies
they do this, this is the cancel culture thing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Any mistake now is going to cost, way more than it used to, because
now, do
you got to.
think it's the same as like with Bill Cosby, because he was such a wholesome guy, had these wholesome shows, and then what comes out is like detrimental to his character and all of that. Do you feel like they're trying to do the same with him with this one slap?
I don't think it. I think those are two different. Bill Cosby's situation allegedly was over time, and it wasn't just a one incident thing. Allegedly,
It was a behavior.
yeah, it was
allegedly.
behavior. Yeah, so that I think that's different. This is. I saw something interesting online. DJ Jazzy Jeff came out. He said, "I can count 50 times right now where Will should have slapped the you know what out of somebody, and he didn't. He said." He came to his back. He said, "Look, man, this guy has been a model person, and yeah, he made a mistake, but he's human."
That's
And
it.
so I was like, and sometimes you can't overlook everything, and that's somebody who's been with him, right there with him, and so he's saying, "Look, I've seen disrespect. I've seen people, say this, that, and the third." But what I want to ask and what I want to address is Jada, because now the whole thing changed.
Yeah.
Before it was more on Will. Now with all the stuff that kind of came out this week, now Jada, reportedly saying that she doesn't need protection. I'm like, why would you say that? Like, even if you didn't or didn't feel that way, why would you? Because it almost looked like, okay, wait a minute, you throwing him
Under the bus.
Exactly.
under the bus.
Exactly.
I'm like, what? Are y'all a team? Are y'all together? Like, what's the goal? Like, I thought y'all were, life partners or whatever, And see, that's the other thing. When you start to recreate and redefine
What marriage
things
is.
Yes.
outside of the Word of God,
Yes.
there are built-in consequences.
That
And
you
I
turn
think
on.
now all of a sudden I'm seeing Will as sort of a victim of this whole,
Yes.
what he's in. It's like, wait a minute, well, she didn't want to get married. Well, why did you get married? Or, she felt like, it was another report I read that he spent 3 years putting together her 40th birthday. He started when she was 37 to put together her 40th birthday, and coming out of it, she said all of that was an ego trip.
Oh, wow.
That was all about your ego. I'm like, bro.
So what is it really? Like, you're married. Now, you're not, just most people who are living together or whatever, they may treat each other like that. So you're married, you have 2 kids and a stepchild together, or stepchild together. So why would you feel like that's okay to put your husband, even if you didn't like it, even if me and Canton had a fight or whatever, the world would not know about it.
Right.
We're going to
That's my
handle
thing.
all of that behind
Inside.
the scenes and come
Behind the
out and make it seem like
We team us.
Yeah.
it's team us all the time, no matter what. I just don't feel that from her. I don't
anymore. Like, this is revealed.
A lot.
And see, that's what situations do. Situations reveal character, reveal
Yep.
people, reveal everything. And, like, I'm kind of like seeing Jada more different than I am
Yes.
seeing Will. And I'm
Yes.
looking at it like, okay, Will is sort of in this imprisonment of this arrangement.
Wow.
That's good.
He's
Are they
imprisoned
together?
to an arrangement that's not biblical. and then you pay the consequence of this arrangement. Everything that God gives you is for is an ingredient for life. I have all things that pertain to life and godliness. He's giving you life more abundantly. He's giving you life free from these type of situations if you follow it. You know what I'm saying? You follow this guideline, all of this stuff won't happen. But I'm seeing him more as a victim. Or that side of it. Not, we've already discussed the whole slap and everything, and that was completely wrong. We are totally against that. That's not the way you handle it. But you can see, you can see more where the slap came from now.
Yeah.
He's just bottled up with, with anger and even just embarrassment of what's going on. And it just all came to, this blow up. And
I don't watch her talk show, but I heard, this is all alleged, that she talks a lot about her marriage to him, and it's not in a good light.
It's not.
Nah.
At all.
It's not.
So that could be bottled up in what he's dealing with.
Yeah, that's one thing my wife shared with me as far as from the talk show, how they were having a discussion one time, and she made a statement along the lines of, we've been together these amount of years, you should know how to please me.
Wow.
Without me saying, do this and do that. And it's like, dang, bro, like, why would you say that in a public forum?
And then she went to the point, as far as the point where she said he wasn't good at it.
Exactly.
I'm like, number one, I get transparency. I get that side of it. But you don't need to be transparent about everything.
And
because
in marriage, you never arrive. I'm still learning about Canton now. It's 20 years later. We've been together 25 years. I'm still learning about him and what he likes and what he doesn't like. I don't say, well, you should have known what you should have. I would never even think that. I wouldn't even think that. I would be like, okay, well, I'm going to pull you to the side and let you know this is what I like. And then I would never put you on blast like that. I would never do that.
And my thing is, if Will gets up in an emotional speech in tears and says, I'm becoming a protector of family, why would you say, well, I don't need protecting? That right there says, okay, there's something else here.
Yeah, we're not on the same page.
Yeah,
we not on the same page.
Well, there's a disconnect. There's something. Why would, even if you don't feel that way, okay, say that to him in the limo, or babe, you don't have to,
Exactly.
Why would you come out and say that to the public and make him look even worse than it already is? It makes him look, like it makes him look almost like
he's whooped.
Well, yeah, exactly.
You can say it.
Weak, or just that he's. You can tell the whole model of the man being the head is definitely adjusted in this marriage, and
it doesn't even seem like she wants to be equal.
I think
that's even. It's like, I want to be above you. Like, you do more movies than me. You get more this visibility than me. That's what it seems like. That's just my opinion, but that's what it seems like.
I feel the same way. I looked at him, though, as he did his acceptance speech, and I just saw a broken man.
Yeah.
Like, he's legit broken. And if you look at her response, especially now since all of these other camera angles have been released, right? You look at her response, it's not the response of a helpmeet, a partner.
I support him,
or even a person that loves a person, because love, as we know, is shown in your actions, and one of those actions is accountability. So when I saw my person getting up and go off script and going to the stage, I may not have known what she was doing, but I'm gonna at least make a gesture in their direction, like, okay, what you doing or what we doing,
right?
Because it's us. And then even the aftermath, after the slap, after to keep my wife's name out your mouth, who came to his aid, comfort him, consoled, and correct him? It wasn't.
I didn't even notice that.
It wasn't her.
Her, yeah.
Denzel,
Tyler Perry. And it was other actors.
I think Bradley Cooper maybe.
Yeah.
But
she no just way I would have just sat there. No.
Sat there.
No way.
And then after the slap, she just
just rocked and just
Yeah.
What'd she do? What was the move?
Yeah, that's all she did. She didn't look at. I don't even know if she looked at him. She just kept looking at the stage, just like,
bro.
It just seems so dark to me, dog. I'm just be honest.
And like this past week, everything changed for me. If this past week, everything changed.
And in both of their defense, we don't know everything.
No, we don't.
We don't know absolutely everything that they're dealing with. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
I want to say that,
but we know enough to say that something is not connected there. It's I'm like, do you want to be married? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to be? Because they call it life. We're life partners. Mm-hmm. We're in it together. Through thick and thin, or no matter what. Okay, all right, I'm cool with that. But do you want to be married? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's something different. And again, like I said, the resurfacing of the video that they had with the red carpet is that her mother cried, wanted to get married and cried, and so they ended up having a wedding. Jada said it was disastrous. She didn't feel good, and I think she was a little bit under the weather. But she said I never wanted to get married. I guess at the time. So, okay. All that set aside, let's flip the page into what we can learn from this situation. What can we learn from the woman, the man, masking issues, anger, embarrassment, hurt, pain, brokenness? What can we learn so that as people in relationships, in marriages, that we don't get to the point where we begin to unravel? Mm-hmm. Because I've seen it, not just here, mm-hmm. but just people who I thought would never, have people I look up to, like, okay, I want, like, goals, mm-hmm. They were goals just a few years ago. Yes. Jada and Will was goals, Yeah. They're lyrics and rap lyrics and stuff, mm-hmm. so they were goals, and now goals has turned into a tragedy. How do we keep that from unraveling in our own situations for other people in the kingdom that follow the kingdom model mm-hmm. of marriage?
Well, for one thing, we got to understand what marriage is. And if we take those same goals, we take those same people and we say, well, they were swingers, or they did this and they did that. We are not going to do that in our marriage.
Right. We're
going to uphold what a marriage really is so that we don't end up like this.
Right.
Or because, whatever the reason may be, we keep God at the head, and He's always sitting at the throne of our lives instead of what media says, social media, what anybody. I think they're so worried about what fans think and what the people at the red table are saying, or all these people that are in this marriage that are not supposed to be there in the first place.
Yeah.
Keep all that people. I'll keep all of those people out. Now, we're not celebrities. Well, we are, but we're not celebrities. And at that level, I guess, where we have so many, where we walk out on the street and so many people know who we are and know our business and know our kids and know all of this about us, we got to keep all of that out. And you got to do that in your marriage as well. You got to do that every day. Keep people out.
When you open that door, you bring in other spirits. When you invite other people in, whoever the other people are, whatever spirits are attached to them, you bring them as well. So now that struggle they have becomes a struggle in your marriage. Marriage isn't supposed to be between you, me, and them. It's us. So as soon as you open that door to whatever else they're bringing with them. And now you find yourself in an entanglement. But for regular people, I'm sorry, Doctor, I ain't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But for regular people to, in my opinion, one of the key things to keep us from getting to this point of unraveling is, as a team, we have to talk. We have to have conversation.
between two people.
Between
Not
us.
over social media.
Exactly.
In front of everybody.
We have to talk. We have to make sure that we are on the same page. And we have to have the hard conversations. We can't have the, you know what I mean? I'm going to make you feel good. Sometimes we're going to talk and you're going to cry.
Yeah.
I might cry. But the end of it is we're going to be better in our foundation, in our relationship. Our team is going to be stronger. We're going to be on one accord. So that way, when I see you getting ready to go left in public, I already know. And
What's
I can
happening.
come in as the help me. I can come in as the covering, as the protector. But if we ain't on one accord and in agreement, that ain't going to happen.
Yep.
But there's nothing at this point. Me and my wife been married 16 years. That I'm going to do and my wife say, well, you ain't need to do that. Like, I pretty much know as far as, you know what I'm saying, communication-wise, for 16 years, I know her well enough to know, you know what I'm saying, my role for her and to her, and her role for me and to me. Like, when you've been married for so long and you're adamant about something as far as protection and the other person says, I don't need it, that's something to me that, again, there's a disconnect. But the whole thing you went back to saying people coming into the marital bed and you're bringing in more ties. You're bringing in more soul ties. You are spiritually tied to all these other people. And though you get aroused or you get, you know, you get to a place, you know, physically and sexually, and you enjoy the moment, it's what that comes with.
Yeah.
It's because now you are walking with somebody else. You are somebody else is you know, you're sharing spiritually with somebody else. And so now you add all them people up in the bed with you, and that can cause a lot. On top of, you know, where you are mentally. I spoke a while ago about something God showed me about fornication and fornication mathematics. God created you with one soul and one body. You don't have two souls. You have one soul and you have one body. His goal was for you to be untouched going into marriage. Right. That's the kingdom model. Why? Because that's another soul, one soul, and a body. If you put the body over the soul, and you have 1/1 plus another person, which is 1/1, what does that equal? 2/2. That equals 1. The two become 1.
Right.
It's when one person has 5 soul ties.
Right.
1/5. And then this one person has 10 soul ties. 1/5 plus 1/10, you are 2/15. That's fragmentation. And you bring that into the marriage, and you're not one, you're fragmented. And the more souls come, the more fragmentation comes. And when that happens, the more things are going to unravel and destroy you from the inside. You want to be, because everything is, it's something you said on, I saw on Instagram. You said the comparison is the enemy. What did you say?
Comparison is the cancer to growth and progress.
Boom. Because now you have to compare your spouse with everybody else.
Or
and now
your spouse.
Right.
Yes.
Which I think
So
is
you
what she's
can't
dealing
grow
with.
because you're comparing them to all your other experiences. You're oh, she didn't do it like this, or you don't do it like this, or you don't break it off like that, break it down like that. And that's keeping you from growing where it should have been untouched, and you come in and you're able
And
to
you learn
experiment
together.
and grow. And watch this. If you do it that way, they'll always be the best.
Because there's nothing
Exactly.
compared to.
There's nothing to compare
Yeah,
to.
exactly. They'll always
compare
be
to.
your best because you don't have anyone to compare them to.
Yeah.
Man, you touched on something, and it's kind of taboo. Now, I see now with the Lord enlarging the platform that the way He is, I see now it's a taboo topic within the church, I would say, and that's soul ties.
Right.
Like folk don't believe, and so that's man-made. That's not in the Bible, no way. But
it is scripture.
It's in the scripture, and one that I've seen is where the Bible says that David's soul was knit to Jonathan. Now, every soul tie is not bad.
Right.
Every soul tie is not bad, but there are certain things called unclean soul ties.
Yeah.
And again, it literally says in scripture, his soul was knit to Jonathan's. Knit means what? To tie.
Yeah.
But they said it's not in the Bible. I one of those same kind of snippet type sermons, right? I posted about open doors, and it took off. But it came with negative as well. And that's when I begin to see that people really don't believe that.
Right.
I can lay down who I want to. And all I take up is time.
But that's in the Bible. Not even the soul. If you don't believe the soul ties part is there, the fornication, the adultery is there. So
Jesus spoke on it.
Why would you think that's okay?
He told a woman, go get your husband.
That part.
And she said, well, I ain't got a husband. What was he counting? Soul ties. He said, actually got 5. Said, I've never had a wedding, but I got 5 soul ties. So it's there.
Help the church.
Yeah, it is there. It's in that Old Testament and New Testament. It is there, and when the tie opens you spiritually to somebody else. Sex is the equivalent of worship. It's you coming naked before God, being intimate with Him. He just created a way you can do that physically with someone that you're one with. So when you have to understand what the idea of sex, it comes from God.
Yes.
And if it comes from God, then He probably uses the idea somewhere else. And that's why when it comes to worship, He says, don't have no other God before me. And it's the same thing in marriage.
Yep.
You cannot have nobody else because you're achieving oneness.
Yeah. Yep.
So when it comes to what we learn from this is, okay, I'm achieving oneness sexually, so therefore there are no other entanglements.
Right.
There are no, and that's the word. I'm entangled.
Entangled.
That's a dangerous word. I'm married to you, but I'm entangled with somebody else.
I'm in bondage to somebody else.
I'm, bro, come on, man. I'm entangled with somebody else, but I'm married to you, and you can see it on his face.
Now, I remember in his speech, some of what he said, he was like, I'm becoming a better man, a man of God. Did he say that?
He said God is doing something. He has him in the process of becoming a better man or a protector of family or whatever it was. But he did say God is involved or whatever.
And I'm interested to know if God was, I hate to say it, ever involved, like before all of this. Like, is he a part of her life? Was he a part of his life before he made this statement? Is that the thing that's happening now?
She hadn't said anything about God, so I don't know.
Is there an unequally yoked kind of thing happening is what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
that could be. I feel that though, man, because if you know his story and what he came from, home environment, broken home, all of these kind of things, and some of the stuff we see play out on Fresh Prince, like you would see his desire is for family.
Right.
Like his desire is for family, his desire for unity and to have a unit. But with the information like what you shared, you know, her coming out and saying, I didn't want to get married or the marriage.
She said everything against
and it's like
marriage. Yeah.
If you look at even the disrespect, so now the daughter writes an open letter to Tupac. So it's like after the whole thing went down, to Tupac, writes an open letter to Tupac. So it's like this man can't get the embarrassment, the shame surrounding the home. He can't get away from it.
That's why I said he's in prison.
He can't get away. So the daughter writes a letter to Tupac, everybody is talking about how, jokingly, Tupac wouldn't have smacked Chris. He would have probably shot him. It's like,
Gosh.
this man, it's like he can't win it. And although he's this amazing actor, me personally, you know, he's up there like right around in Denzel's arena.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't saying he Denzel, he meant, but it's Denzel arena.
Yeah.
So he has all of this greatness and all of these accolades, man. But on the inside, this man seems to me to be broken and beat down.
Yeah. It's clear because you can see the emotion in everything, the way everything is transpired. But do you think the punishment fit the crime?
The 10 years?
Everything, 10 years, the movies, just...
The movies, I don't understand that part. But the 10 years...
Okay, yeah, I get that.
He committed assault in front of live audience and live TV.
I get that.
Okay.
But was that slap worth canceled?
But that's the thing. I don't think he's canceled, though. I don't think he's canceled.
Maybe not for good, but he's postponed. Let's say that. He's not canceled, but he's definitely postponed. He's put on hold right now. Like I said, it's all of his movies are shut down right now. Netflix is dropping a lot of his stuff. Will he come back?
TNT still love him because I watched something the other day and they keep playing it over and over and over again. I'm like, okay, well, what's the one that he was running from?
Enemy of the State.
FBI, and they had trackers on them. And
Enemy of the State.
Yeah. Enemy of the State.
Yeah.
Which was a good movie.
Yeah, I love that movie. But yeah,
so,
definitely.
I don't think it was worth that. I don't think.
It wasn't.
I don't think that's fair. And honestly, I don't think it's gonna last long. They're gonna put all that stuff right back up.
I don't think it's gonna last.
Yeah.
Bel Air is still playing every day.
Yeah, and I think if more come up about Jada as this week, they're going to start giving Will. He going to start getting in some graces because they start to see, okay, it's not so much you. It was like when Bobby Brown and Whitney. We thought it was Bobby. Till more Whitney came out. It was like,
dragging Bobby.
Yeah. That wasn't Bobby, So I think the more, what I'm seeing is the more that come out, with Jada, it gives me more sympathy for Will. And not saying what he did was right again, but I just sympathize because, you can't even be the king in your own house.
Wow.
Exactly.
I mean, you can't even be king.
You can't even be equal.
Yeah, you can't be.
I don't even think you feel
like
equal.
Wife, daughter, and then the grandma, her mother. Like, bro, everything is against you. So,
And that's crazy because in our mindset, he would be somebody that's desired any other place. Right. Like, I'm pretty sure that there are millions of saying, you don't want him, give him to me.
Yeah, I'll take it.
But it's like, I don't know. It's almost like he's a shell of a person. Even though he is so exceptionally great, he's like a shell of a person. But as far as do I think the 10-year ban, I mean, I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Because at the
Oscars.
same time, the Oscars.
That's it.
Because he can still win.
He can still win.
I think a lot of them do it remotely from home anyway.
Yeah.
From video.
I'm cool with the Oscars. Okay, boom, ban him. But as far as canceling Will Smith, I don't think you cancel him all the way around. Again, he's not a repeat offender.
Exactly.
All that. Like, if he's a troublemaker and we just, all right, enough is enough.
Right.
Let's get rid okay.
I mean, Chris Rock didn't even
He didn't even
press charges.
try to cancel him.
Yeah.
30 years of a stellar career. And being an upstanding man, clean man. It's like, come on, man. You don't erase that because one mistake.
Yeah. So let's just hope that the postponement is
it's delayed, not denied.
Yeah.
He's not denied.
Delayed, not denied. Amen. Praise God. All right, man. Let's get into these 3 things.
Okay. 3 things from a movie that you wish you had. Superpowers. Sorry, I had to put
Which
that
one?
out. All of them. I want to shoot lasers from my eyes.
From Star Wars to Marvel. Like, come on, you got to be.
Ain't name a movie. Ain't name a single movie
I done superpowers. Is that Superman? Is that the Jedi Master?
Okay, all right.
I'll tell you mine.
Avengers. What's the girl's name? Scarlet Witch. She could just. She had all this energy that she can bottle up and just blow up everything.
Oh,
I want that. That's
You
the one I
gonna
want.
blow up something.
That's the one I want.
Oh, you gonna blow up something?
I just need that. I just want that.
I'm gonna tell you what
I ain't asking for much. I just want that.
I just want to
That's all.
blow up everything.
I ain't
I
asking
want
for
to
much.
blow people up. Okay. I'll be a suicide bomber. That's what
No,
I'm
not a suicide. No. Because she survived. Yeah, just get the bad guys. That's all. So that's my one.
Oh, I got mine.
Oh wait, what is it?
That remote control from that movie.
Oh
Click,
yeah.
with Adam
I ain't
Sandler.
seen that.
Oh, you never seen Click?
Nah, I ain't seen
I
it.
saw that.
So he
one.
got this remote control from Bed Bath and Beyond, but he went past Bed and Bath, and there's actually a section of the store called Beyond. We don't know. We just ain't never been in it. But when you go in the Beyond, so he met this dude back there, and the dude gave him this remote, so he can like fast forward time, rewind, pause, slow, and all that kind of stuff. I would like that remote.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what. Since the very first time I saw this movie in the 80s, I said I wanted a DeLorean.
Oh my god!
All the movies you want to
I wanted the DeLorean from Back to the Future because
Y'all
I
want the
wanted.
same thing. Y'all want to go back in time. And do all that stuff. Why you telling me?
Bruh,
They
that
saying
when
they
I
gonna
saw
make
the
one.
doors go up, I was like, man, he ain't even putting gas in there. He putting banana peels and Bud Light in the thing, and that take you back to the future. I want one of them. I always wanted that DeLorean,
That's what you
man.
want.
That's my number
Okay,
one thing.
amen.
Yeah, that's my number one. I want a DeLorean from Back to the
All right.
Future.
Well, 3 foods. 3 foods you need to give up.
Sweets, man.
Bro, it's bread for me, man.
I'm just saying, man. If anybody out there, hit me up in the comments in Facebook or YouTube, and just let me know if you've been addicted to sweets and you're no longer, and you've been delivered. What did you do to come off of sweets? 'Cause I done prayed. I'm like, Lord, help me. Holy Ghost, help me.
Fasted. You did
I
everything.
fast. I intermittent fast, but as soon as I come off the fast, I'm jumping back on the sweets.
Straight to the
Like,
sweets.
yeah, so I need some help how to come off of sweets, man. Bruh, man. Oatmeal cream pies.
Oh no,
Bruh, Swiss cake rolls.
There's
Oh,
no
no.
substitute.
There ain't no
Sweet.
No, not too long,
Like
man.
get
I
your
ate some
muffins
fruit.
with Splendor. I don't know.
I ate some,
Heck no.
you said grapes.
I don't know.
no.
I eat grapes, but then I still won't. Bruh, I go to the gas station, bruh. I'm clearing out the little debit section.
Bro.
Receiver cake. Let me get 30 on 3 and let me get all these.
And $40 in pies.
Yeah, like, so, yeah. I
Well,
gotta give
mine
up.
is definitely, y'all already know, it's pizza. That is I can eat pizza every single day. So I think I need to.
What's your
be delivered.
favorite pizza spot?
Ooh,
Papa John's?
No.
You don't like Papa John's?
I do,
I'm
but
a
that's not
Papa
my
John
favorite.
fan, man.
Yeah, I like Papa John's, but I ain't talking about like gourmet pizza, like a.
Yeah,
a
I got some
restaurant.
gourmet
I'm just
spots.
talking about.
A chain, probably Marco's.
The Marco, I still haven't been there. Man, people
ain't-
tell me
I
how
ain't
good
been to Marco's.
Marco's
Only because
is.
they got the old world pepperoni, which is like, I like everything burnt. They like the burnt little pieces of pepperoni you put on top.
Oh God,
So delicious.
Papa John's still number 1 to me.
Yeah, Papa John's.
Then pizza.
That's only
Hut.
because of the garlic butter sauce.
Man,
If
Nah,
they didn't have that, I
pizzas,
probably
like the way
wouldn't.
they pizza is.
I just like the
I just like their pizza. Papa John's, then Pizza Hut, then Domino's, then Little Caesars.
Don't
Yeah,
like
it's just
Little
Papa
Caesars
John and
at
Pizza
all.
Hut for me. I don't know nobody after that. It got to be desperation for a Little Caesar. Now, Little Caesars 3 meat is good for $8 too, and then you get that jalapeno
What we
cheddar
talking
dipping
about?
sauce with
I
it.
get that Italian cheese bread from not Papa John's, Little Caesars. That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Italian cheese bread.
So y'all
with
need to
dipping sauce.
try some gourmet spots, not a chain. So
I
you can
do.
see the difference.
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
tried
I don't.
one.
Pizza.
Yeah, we
But I
got
do.
one right outside our neighborhood called Tony's.
Okay.
Where they be in there and they throw it up in the air and all that kind of stuff. And
The stone brick oven.
brick oven, yeah, wood fire, yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Can I make a confession since we're talking about foods I need to give up? When we were looking for a house,
You had to be
looking for
near.
a house. No, listen, we were looking for a house. I'm sad I'm making this confession. There was a house that had a stone brick oven in it.
Oh my God.
I didn't even care about the rest of the house. But the fact that it had a stone brick oven, I was like, I want this one.
All of
Yeah,
the
you didn't want to throw
pizzas
that
that
piece
could
in
have
there.
came
I
out
was
of
like,
it.
I just saw it in my
Shut
head.
that pizza in there.
Pizza every day. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. It's
Put
bad.
your little chef hat on and throw your
Yes,
little
I saw all of that. The rest of the house was probably falling apart, but I saw that.
Man.
I said, "Oh, Still looking at the house, see if it go back on sale. That's bad. Just for the. Okay, go ahead.
Just put a stone piece.
Man, I got a, and this is a little bit of transparency. I know it's supposed to be light right now, but I have a sop spirit.
A sop.
A sop spirit.
Like a
So
biscuit
anything I can sop something.
A sop. Spirit.
I've been praying.
I didn't know it was a spirit.
I've been listen. Anything I can take and sop something with it, like me and Lady Rich been going to Olive Garden. I can't believe I went to Olive. I went last night or night before last. No, last night I tried moxtails. We'll save that for some other time. Moxtails. It's vegan oxtails, but
Moxtail.
it's called moxtails.
What is it
It's
made
a
of?
restaurant that just moved in right next door to the church. And it's called Divine Cuisines. So like D.I., but it's Jamaican. So
I
it's
saw
like
that.
Divine. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean.
she said, here, try this. And it was moxtails. But it's oxtails made out of like beans and stuff.
It was good.
It ain't oxtails. Amen. But it's good
It was
though.
good.
It was good. It like when you swallow it, hit you right there. But me, I got a sop, bro. So bread be my, cause like I said, we went to Olive Garden, and, endless soup and salad.
That's all you get, huh?
$9.99. But they
Endless
bring
soup.
them breads out.
Yeah.
So I got this chicken, like Nucci or Nochi or something. It had gnocchi, that what it is? And it had some sauce. And I'm just breaking bread, dipping it.
Being
dipping
like
it,
Jesus, breaking
dipping
bread.
it, breaking bread, dipping. And we feel like that was probably the bread he used because of the way the butter was falling off it. That was probably the bread he used.
Yes.
But listen, bread, I see it instantly when I eat it. Like I see it instantly. It's like it just goes directly to love handles. And it just creates a tire right around my midsection. And you know when I realize it? I don't realize it when I'm getting dressed. I don't realize it then. I realize it when I watch the stream back.
Yeah.
And I look at myself up on that stage. preaching.
man.
I was like, no.
Yeah.
Heck no.
I
No.
had to get delivered from that same spirit. And you know what? What happened? What delivered it? I was delivered when Ryan's closed.
Oh, man. Oh,
Ryan's bread?
the bread from Ryan's.
Oh my God. I was so
had been
glad
bread
when they closed
since.
down.
The roll?
The
The
roll.
roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Golden Corral
is
tried,
it's close.
but it ain't Ryan's.
Yeah.
Bruh,
Come
that's the
on
only
here.
way I got delivered.
Come on.
He clinched. He had to quicken. He had to quicken right quick. And what? Let me tell you something. Yeah, but they think you could just tough. They just man.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I
Yes.
remember that.
With the butter.
Hallelujah. Yeah, with the honey butter.
Yeah, honey
Wait
butter.
for the
Yes.
speaking tongues.
Come on here. Help yourself.
Yeah.
Help yourself.
Yeah.
And especially if you get there and they just brought them out.
And you put the butter on. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes I get a plate of those and that's it.
That's.
And then I might go back and get a salad. But that
I thought I
bread-
was the only sinner. Hallelujah.
You're not the only sopper. No.
The sop spirit, man.
Sop spirit.
Yes.
Sop
That's
spirit.
funny. And I tell you what though, when you talked about vegan, them vegan cookies are good.
Well, then, there it is. Is this like with real sugar or they use something else?
I got honey or something, but it's
Well, then
vegan.
there you go. There's your deliverance.
It's just I got to drive way over to get it, and they cost way more than regular cookies too. But
They cost
they're
more than Little
good.
Debbie's.
Yeah, they taste actually better than a cookie. Like what's the place in the mall? I always stop, the American
Cookies, yeah.
Oh my God, I can't even.
You and Canton
But
Jones.
I can't go to South Lake Mall. Y'all are the devil. They got the American joint over here. They got the pretzel place right there, and they got a Cinnabon right in the middle. I'm like, what is I can't go nowhere in this mall.
I don't know where to go.
I'm like, bro, this is yay, do I walk? The valley of the mall. would not stop and get nothing sweet, bro. But yeah, they cookies like better than like gourmet cookies, man. I'm like, man, this tastes like a real cookie.
That might have to be an investment. Just make the drive and get a bunch.
Get a bunch.
And
Yeah,
just hide
I
them all
gotta
over
do
the
something.
house.
I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put them somewhere else. I don't want nobody eating them because if I pay for them, I'm gonna eat them.
Amen.
They expensive.
Praise
They
God.
expensive.
Cereal is a struggle for me.
Really?
Yes.
She don't eat cereal.
It has to be. I am like
What's your favorite
a
cereal?
fresh newborn baby. I can't go to bed if I don't eat cereal first.
For real?
We could just eat dinner.
Really?
And I'll get probably about 10 minutes after dinner.
Willetta?
I'll go fix a bowl of cereal, lay across the bed, and eat it.
That is.
Because we got the bed,
Like
you
a
know,
Saturday
you push
morning,
the button and it vibrate you and prop up and all that. I'm going to get the vibrate, eat cereal, lay on my stomach, and look at TV. Now, sometimes I go.
Trying to visualize. Trying to visualize.
Of course. He just shake.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Milk all over the bed.
But see, I'm laying on my stomach in the bed, right? The TV is on the wall in front of us. So Lady Rich is in the bed too. So if she watching TV, that means she gonna prop the head part up. So I'm on my stomach, so that makes my feet be up in the air.
You are definitely like a 9-year-old at that point.
But I'm gonna eat that cereal.
That is
What's your favorite cereal?
Golden Grams, probably number one.
Golden Grams?
Yeah, Golden Grams. And then, but I'm a healthy cereal person too. So like I do Raisin Bran Crunch. I'll do like some Honey Bunches
Cashew
of Oats and stuff
if
like
I'm eating
that.
cereal, I ain't
But
nothing.
I don't really eat my cereal. I eat the cereal that Lady Rich buy for her. So I don't be, and my cravings don't be my healthy cereal. Mine be her Honey Nut Cheerios. Her frosted Honey Nut Cheerios.
That's healthy to me.
The Honey Nut Cheerios,
Yeah.
I mean, nah.
I be eating
But
Lucky Charms.
Yeah, that's my
it's
house.
the marshmallows,
Cinnamon
bro.
Toast
You don't like
Crunch.
marshmallows?
I can't.
That's the best part.
Nah.
That's the
It's
best
no
part.
wet
Like candy.
marshmallow.
That's not cereal.
No,
Man,
wet
that's Lucky Charms, be man.
No,
boy, that's the
man.
only cereal I'm eating. Like,
Man,
I don't
Fruity
eat
Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles. They
They
eat that
too
in my
thin.
house.
They
They
too
love
thin.
that.
You gotta eat them quick. But
Yeah.
I like a little salt.
Yeah, like I don't like no expiration. I mean, I don't like no time limit on my cereal. Like I want to enjoy it.
Everything
Yeah,
is
like, you gotta
soggy.
hurry up and eat it. No, I ain't got that. This
Nah,
ain't no,
see,
this
I
ain't
like
no contest.
I like a little sog, man. I like a little sog. See, my house is divided though, because Lady Rich, her, you know, she's a silver spooner. Amen. So
Amen.
you know, I come from the house of put your cereal in the bowl and then put your milk. Don't do that with Lady Rich.
Oh, it's
put
the
that
other way?
put that milk in first.
Really?
And then put the cereal, because if it's sog but a little bit, I don't want that. Because she don't like soggy. So she'll do like, what did we say a second ago? Cinnamon Toast Crunch. She'll do that. And there was one cereal she was eating all the time called Muffin Tops. It was like the blueberry muffin, the top of the blueberry muffin, but they discontinued. Now, they was good. It was a little
Never heard of
bootleg.
those.
It was a little bootleg.
It was bootleg,
But
okay.
it was so good. But if her cereal get a little sog on it, she ain't gonna eat it. So she said, Bear, bring me the milk and the box. Don't
She'll
fix
do it herself.
Yeah. So she literally pours.
Oh, she don't fill up the bowl and
If
then
it gets soggy a little bit, she won't eat it.
God.
it take forever
She
to
might
eat
want-
cereal. I thought she was filling it up
But,
and then
yeah, you talking about a little bit. Man, you might well just put it on the spoon.
she
Pour
probably
some milk
does
and
that.
drop it on.
Wow.
Pour some milk and just drop a few pebbles on the spoon. You might well not even put it in the bowl. Golly.
man.
I ain't never heard of that.
But
That's
yeah,
a new one.
what you do is my house. I will cook and they will eat it up and love it. And I mean, 2 hours later, the whole house, all the kids, dad, a bowl of cereal. I'm
Gotta
like,
have cereal.
why
man.
do y'all eat so much cereal? I don't understand.
Yeah,
I can't go to sleep if I don't eat it. If I don't eat cereal, I will be up.
I think that's
all
a childhood thing.
night.
It's got to be.
Maybe I don't know.
I
See,
don't
now I'm
understand.
grown. I can buy whatever cereal I want to. So that's what I do.
You got like 10
My
boxes
mama
in your
can't
house.
make me get. And then you know what? That's another thing. I'll open however many at once I want to open. So I
you had to open one box at a time.
You better not
Yeah. You better finish them Golden Grams.
And I be mixing the cereals too. I'll mix them up.
That's
you
real
mix them
deep.
up.
Yeah, I'll mix them up.
Oh, you for real with it.
Bartender of cereal.
Bro, I'll mix them up. Mixologist, dog.
Get a shot of
Mixologist.
Golden Grams.
I'm gonna chase these Fruit Loops.
Right.
So you don't do that? Like if you get down to the bottom of your Lucky Charms, right? And you don't have a full bowl, but you got some Fruit Loops. So you won't mix them?
No.
My house won't do that either. I try to mix it myself. They won't do it.
No.
They won't do it.
Boy, you better put a little bit of that with a little bit of that.
Cook it on up.
Cook it on with you. Put a little
Man, I dust them Lucky Charms off and then go get a Fruit Loop. I ain't putting the Fruit Loop with the Lucky Charms.
You lace it at the bottom. Make it so it's spread thin. And then you
all
put the
sugar.
new
It
layer
don't
on
matter.
the top. That's how you do it. But you got to know how to pair that thing up. You got to coordinate. You got to coordinate and pair that thing up.
The cerealologist is on the show.
Yes. Thank you for our guest cerealologist.
Yeah, the cerealologist.
Coming in today.
Man. Yeah, I had to. I gotta pray about that one. Yeah, I gotta pray about it. But hey, it's a long way from what my grandma used to make us eat them Kellogg's with just a little dash of little sugar in
the cornflakes.
Yeah, she put like strawberries and fruit in there for our sweet.
Bro.
She wouldn't let us have sugar.
My grandma did the same thing.
Bro, so when I started getting Frosted Flakes, I'm like, the sugar on there. The sugar's on there.
That's where your sweet spirit is coming from.
Like,
she was trying to get you delivered.
Yeah, so I was like, bro, I sugar on the flakes. The first time I had Frosted Flakes, I almost lost my mind, man.
Bro, in your house, or growing up, right, what was the alternative to milk? Like if you ain't had no more milk?
Eat it dry. I wasn't putting no water in it. That is not the will of God.
Hades, no. Gehenna, no. Sheol, no. Grandma put canned milk. So we'll have the condensed milk,
real
and then
thick.
she'll put water in with it. So it'll be water in the condensed milk, and you got...
You can that's almost like gum.
No, my daddy did do powdered milk one time.
Man.
You ain't never had powdered milk?
Yeah.
You might want to put water in there. That powdered milk ain't it, man.
No,
man. That powdered milk in that fridge looking like a box of, what's that? The baking, like a box of baking soda over there. Just throw a bunch of powder in there, put the water in there, throw some, like, we used to eat that junk in the morning like, before we went to school, like, I can't taste that, Daddy. Like, it's just, I can't taste it. This is water.
Oh my God.
We can't get no milk. But man, thank God for the struggle, bro.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
When my brother was little, one more story. We're 12 years apart, and so he would drink Similac. My mother decided.
Wait,
when I was.
No, how old was he?
He was a baby.
Okay.
He was a baby.
Okay, yeah.
I was 12.
Okay.
Jesus.
She decides to take an empty thing of the gallon of milk and put his Similac in there.
Oh.
Didn't inform the house that this is what she did.
Oh.
We pouring it on like, yeah, look at some cereal. We're like, Mama, this milk is spoiled. She's like, oh, that's not milk, that's Similac.
Oh.
At 12 years of age is not good. No.
But ain't like my partner. My partner drank breast milk with his cereal.
Oh, okay.
All right,
That's
let's
not
lift our
good.
hands, middle
Well,
Lord
all
watch.
right. Between Bibi and
Yeah, that's on that note.
You trumped my story. You trumped my
I
story.
ain't even gonna tell you how I found out what breast milk tastes like as a grown man.
Oh, yeah. No, we're not going there. No.
Got you a surprise, Go on and quench your thirst. Go ahead and hydrate yourself, sir. You're tired. You've been sucking for a while. Go ahead and
hydrate. Oh my God. I was like, oh, that's what.
Okay. Thank you. Are we not? Are we done?
God.
Yes. Please. Jeez.